So thank you to all of you who sent me through work to be marked. We will get that marked and back to you and give you some dirt work to do on Monday's lesson. So we're going to move on today, carry on using trigonometry but finding missing angles. So quite similar but also a little bit different. It's really important you make sure you watch this through to the end. Got a bit on here in using your calculator as well, so that will be quite helpful for some of you. So two things we're going to look at today. Firstly, on the right hand side here, we have got some questions that we're going to need to use our calculator for. These are going to be the main thing we need to type into our calculator that will let us find missing angles. We've then got a question over here on the right hand side that I'm going to work through to show you how to find missing angles and then give you some to have a go at on your own. So what we need to do here, we get sine x equals 3 over 7. We're going to rewrite this to make it x equals. And to do that, we need to undo sine. Now, we can't divide by sine. What we do is the inverse of sine. The inverse of sine is sine to the -1. And then this 3 over 7 means 3 divided by 7. So if you have a go at doing these two underneath for me. So here we get x equals cos -1 of 4 divided by 9. My second one is x equals tan -1 of 7 divided by 2. Okay, so we're going to look at how we type this into our calculator. So we need to do sine, cos and tan -1. You can see in yellow, just above our sine, cos and tan buttons, we've got that sine, cos and tan -1. So what we do is we do shift sine -1, 3 divided by 7, close our brackets, and that gives me the angle that I'm looking for. So you have a go at doing the other two now, and then I'll type them into the calculator. So we've got shift cos 4 divided by 9, press equals, we get 63.6. Now remember, some of you may have got a different answer here. That might mean that you're in the wrong mode. So you have to make sure that you go shift, setup, and put yourself in degrees. So press number 3 on this example, and that will make sure we're in the right mode. Okay, final one, we've got tan -1, 7 divided by 2. Type that into our calculator, press equals, we get 74.05. So just make sure we've got those. If you haven't got those answers, message me on Show My Homework now and I'll try and help you fix it with your calculator. So we've got this question here, really similar to the questions we've done for finding missing sides. First step is to label our sides. So we've got my opposite, my adjacent, and my hypotenuse. I'm not using my opposite, so I cross that one out. I'm using A and H, so I'm going to be using cos. So I write down cos of my angle is x, equals 3 divided by 7. Then like we did on the last slide, we say x equals cos -1 of 3 divided by 7. And then like we did on the last slide, we type that into our calculator and we get 64.6 degrees. So question here for you, if you guys all have a go at this question. So start off by labelling our sides, opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. We're not using the adjacent, so we've got a 4 here and a 9 by the hypotenuse. So O and H means we're going to be using sine. So sine of my angle, sine x, equals 4 over 9. We need to undo sine, so we do sine -1. So x equals sine -1 of 4 divided by 9. Type that into our calculator. X equals 26.4. I'm going to do one more example now of this. If you want to watch it just to get one more go at this, that is fine, but feel free to stop now and just make a start on the work. Final example then, pause the video if you want to have a go on this one first. I'm just going to crack on now. So we've got my opposite, my adjacent, my hypotenuse. Not using hypotenuse, This time means we're going to be using tan. Tan of my angle tan x equals opposite over adjacent. So x equals tan minus 1, 4 divided by 11. We then type that into our calculator and we get 19.98 degrees. So we'll go to the questions now. Message me if you get stuck or need any extra help.